RV bathroom been smelling a little funky lately? Well, before you blame the guy in the captain's hat you let use the bathroom, you might want to take a look inside the bowl, because if there's no water in it, chances are those smells you're smelling may be coming from your black tank. Okay, so what is a flush ball seal and why will it make your bathroom stink? Well, folks, in case you don't know, a toilet in an RV does not have a P-trap. One of your main purposes of a P-trap at home is to keep water in it. That way sewer gases can't come back up. Well, because you don't have one, what an RV toilet relies on is this seal right here to hold water. You need about 1 inch of water. If you have less than that, you are going to start getting bad fumes that come up through here. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to clean it, how to condition it, and in a worst case scenario, how to replace it. So as you can see, replacing the flush ball seal actually is a pretty easy process. It is something that is pretty common that it goes bad and you have to replace it. Honestly, the main reason is because people don't realize that there is a little bit of maintenance to that. So before you go and replace it, the first thing I always recommend is to clean it. To clean it, what you'll want to do, you can just start by pouring some hot water in there, and then honestly, just let it sit for a second and then open and close the ball a whole bunch, and generally that'll clean it of debris. If you're still having issues, you can buy a specific cleaner, but folks, it has to be an RV specific toilet bowl cleaner. Do not use toilet bowl cleaner from home for a couple reasons. One, toilet bowl cleaners from your house are just way too aggressive and it can damage the bowl itself. Plus, we have active enzymes in the black tank that helps break everything down, and your household toilet bowl cleaners will destroy those. That's not what we want to happen. So you want to make sure you're using a safe toilet bowl cleaner if you do, but you can put this in there. A lot of them honestly will just kind of break everything down on their own. But if you want to use, you know, a standard scrub brush, just make sure it's a soft brush. You can get in there and do a little bit of scrubbing as well. If you've cleaned it and you're still having some issues, the next step before you replace it would be try to condition it, which again, this is when I talk about the maintenance. This is something that you should be doing anyway, and a lot of people just don't know. So hopefully this is a good tip for you and it'll help you out for your future RV use. Something like this is called lubricant and conditioner, and all you have to do is you pour about 1/4 of this into the bowl. They say let it sit for 8 hours. I recommend letting it sit for about 24 before you flush it. Cool thing about this is honestly, if you do it before your camping season and at the end of your camping season, chances are you will get a lot more life out of that flush seal. But I do recommend doing this before you replace it. And then if you put this in here and you know, you wait and you flush and you fill it up with water and you're still losing water, that's when you want to take the next step and replace it. But as you saw, folks, it is something that is pretty easy to do on your own. One of the first things we're going to need, according to the instructions, is hand tools. Well, they don't get super descriptive, but what we have to do is actually separate the bowl from the base. And to do that, you're going to need a 3/8 inch socket or a wrench. And right in the back are 2 nuts back here. Obviously, if we're doing this, folks, you want to make sure that the water is turned off. You don't want to have a bunch of water shooting out when you take the bowl apart, but you're going to take this and simply loosen up those nuts. So there we go. Just going to take those off. There's 2 of them back here, just right behind the toilet. And once we get those off, we're then going to turn the bowl and remove it from the base. All right, so these are the 2 bolts we removed. Pretty simple. You'll see that you have your metal gasket on there as well as the plastic, but nice and easy. I guess washer would be proper, not gasket. Anyway, metal washer, plastic washer. Then we're gonna turn the bowl like so, and then she's gonna come off, just like so. Now, all you really have to do is set it aside like that. Obviously, you'll see this is connected. I wouldn't mess with it. You don't have to, so why mess with things that you don't have to, right? And there it is. That is our flush ball seal right there. Pretty simple. At this point, honestly, you can probably do it from the very start. This is when I put on gloves. Now, you'll see this is a pretty clean toilet, but if it's not so clean, these guys will keep you protected. You're gonna get a kit. This is a kit I got. It actually is a double. So this one, you'll see, it's for a couple different series. So This one is for the Style 2, which is the toilet we're currently working on. It's also for the Light as well as the Plus. So all of those, the Aquamagic series is what this one is for. Oh, I should probably explain. This gasket right here is your toilet to floor gasket. So if you need to replace that, it does come with that. And then for the Light, I believe it is, you have these 4 gaskets that you will replace on the posts. But this is what I'm looking for right here. We're simply going to swap this guy out. So we're gonna take that one off. You can see this has been winterized, so we got some antifreeze in there. We're just gonna place that one on. Now personally, I would add a little bit of lubrication. What you wanna use is petroleum. So you can have, or sorry, not petroleum. Don't use petroleum. You wanna use silicone. So you wanna lube that up. Use a little bit of silicone on there. A silicone spray will work just fine. But you're gonna put that on the gasket as well as the ball itself. If this is dirty, folks, make sure you clean that off. Take some, just take some rags and paper towel, clean that off real nice. And if you need to, you know, you can obviously open it up a little bit so you can kind of get in here, make sure everything's clean before you put that back on. And then it is simply reversing what we did. I mean, we put the bowl back on. There we go. Just like that. Then we're gonna turn. Like so, that locks it into place. Put our 2 bolts back in, and we're done. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. And also, if you have some pro tips, or you know, you've done this before, you're like, Ian, I like what you did, but maybe, you know, this is how I do it, or what about this toilet? Feel free to leave that in the comment section. Hopefully the community can help with any questions you have, or I myself can give you some answers as well. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see you.